Grains. Not very happy about my dogs. You know, when I was driving earlier, I was just recording a voice memo about how everyone is always in a hurry on the road. And this comes from someone who, you know, got multiple speeding tickets in the small town that I'm from growing up, and always used to be rushing everywhere. And my first car was a fast car, a Volvo, my mom's old Volvo. And once you get off that train, you know, I'll share a poem down below that my friend Jess, who I just did a divine dialogue, shared with me. It's called Red by Mary Oliver. Once you get off that train of the speed and the momentum and the hurry, and just get there, even just a little bit, whether to save a sacred animal dead from the side of the road, as I've been doing and as Mary Oliver does in this poem Red with these gray foxes, or, you know, just driving slower, like not going the speed limit, which is the fastest you can go. Again, I say this with great compassion. I've been that person so many times, always hurrying. But you get off that for even a second and it just strikes you how much of a hurry everyone's in, and how it's to get where they're going. And I was recording about this because when you don't have a destination or, you know, a specific time by which you need to be there, and you're in a different morphic resonance, a different sort of energy of driving to drive or stopping to stop, or not in a hurry. And it's fascinating to observe both your old self and the people around you, and the anger that they have too, and sort of this like, how dare this person not go the speed limit, and they're speeding by you. And again, Mary Oliver really captures this beautifully in her poem Red, because like when you're stopped on the side of the road to try and, you know, put a dead animal sacred sacrifice somewhere where it can more naturally decompose and more sacredly decompose, or, you know, maybe help a wounded animal, or maybe just take a second by the side of the road or something, and just the speed with which people go by, not slowing down. And it's very disorienting, and it's very aggressive and violent. And actually, that's been a word that's come to me these couple times that I've stopped to, you know, pay homage to, do a little ceremony with the two great horned owls, the coyote, and then also a squirrel and a raccoon. And just the sound and the speed of cars, like the feeling is violent. And it's not that it has to be that way, but I think when we're unconsciously just seeking to go, get there, we don't even realize how violent and aggressive that is to like the natural state of things, right? Like this. And sometimes there's strength and violence that is maybe natural, like wind in a storm. But there's still this consciousness. Like maybe sometimes we do have to be in a hurry, but just being conscious of it. And that's what made me want to record a video right now, though. So I'm back here, somewhat near Gardner, Montana, on the Forest Service road was closed, so I just parked outside it and came and walked on it. And I have this certain energy to the way that I'm walking. And I realized, like, I had to sit down here because I'm doing the exact same thing, walking in this, like, magnificence. Back here come my dogs. Because I saw a sign that said 3 miles to where the national forest actually starts. Technically, I shouldn't be sitting here on the side of the road because this is, as many signs along this say, this is a public road through private land until it gets to national forest 3 miles down. And so, you know, having this feeling of like, okay, 3 miles, and once I get to 3 miles, and then when I turn around, that'll be 6 miles that I've walked. Like, it even matters to be able to measure it. But I was totally walking. Hello, Mr. McFeeder. I was totally walking with this energy that is exactly the same as the energy that I felt, you know, people having on the road when I've stepped out of that. And it's just, wow. So even here, even when we go on hikes that have a destination and we're measuring the amount of time and we're like, it's the same thing. We just are doing it to get to the end. And then when we do get to the end, we're unfulfilled because we were never there for any of it, since we were just doing it to get to the end. So it's a lifelong practice, obviously. This was really just more of a self-observation to say, I was able to see this in myself in the past and with other people with the cars. And then I came here, and instead of like really being able to be present, it's just like this sort of like power athletic walk of like 3 miles, 3 miles, 3 miles. I'll know when I get to 3 miles, and then I'll turn around and it'll have been 6 miles, you know? And it's like, are you aware of where you are? And these beautiful aspen grove behind me. So just a reminder for presence and like some, you know, solidarity, because it can be really hard to come out of that morphic resonance wherever there are often human beings, of hurrying and of just going from destination to destination to destination, and always in a self-righteous rush to get there so that we can know the measurement. Like, and I'm gonna turn around now, by the way. Like, even just for the thing of like, I don't need to know how far I've gone. Maybe the national forest is right up there. Maybe I'm still a mile away. Who knows? But this isn't about like power walking 6 miles. It is about moving my body in nature and allowing the dogs to be free. But it's about being here, you know? I would rather be here for a quarter of a mile than walk 6 or 20 just for the sake of being able to have that measurement and say that and know how fast I did it and how much exercise I got and that I got to the destination and I got back like, oh, gotta hurry back to the van to like get food and drink. And then when you're having the food and drink, you gotta hurry to be able to clean up, to be able to get like, do you know what I mean? Where you can never be there for anything because you're just hurrying to get complete so that finally you can relax, but at no point do you ever relax, because even when you're doing something that's apparently relaxing, like going for a walk, you're figuring out how to prepare for the next thing and get to the next destination. So I guess these are the kinds of things I'm out here working on. What are you working on?